Today we're going to be talking about 5 ways to immediately shift your abundance. You may not believe it, but you got to believe that's part of it. That's part of it. 5 ways to immediately change your money situation, financial situation, whatever you're going through that is related to the way you relate to money. These 5 things we talk about today are going to help you move and shift the pendulum. So my suggestion is you grab a pen, you grab a sheet of paper, you not only write these down, but you reflect on these. And what I want you to ask yourself is, how well am I doing with this? And what you're probably going to find is that some of your money difficulty is rooted in how you do these 5 things, okay? So I really want you to give yourself an assessment, okay? And that's something that's very hard because a lot of times we move and move and move, but we never stop to assess. So if you're joining, make sure you share the video. Good morning, everyone. Tell us where you're coming in from. But I'm going to go ahead and get into these 5 things because now is the season for you to reap. Most of you have already sowed a seed in some shape, form, or fashion. So if the word is true to what it says, if I am sowing seed, then at some point, if I'm not reaping, I'm a bad reaper. I'm going to need y'all to get into this morning because this is about to be good. I'm going to need you to get into this. So the 5 reasons or 5 ways to shift your abundance immediately, 5 reasons you're not seeing the abundance is because you don't, number one, think abundantly. You don't walk through the world expecting blessings. You don't expect abundance. You don't expect financial windfalls. You don't expect checks in the mail. You don't expect new clients. And I tell you what, whenever you start walking in that expectation of receiving everything that the word says you should have, the minute you start walking in a different expectation, if you expect bills, that's what you're going to get. If you expect new clients, that's what you're going to get. If you expect financial windfalls, that's what you're going to get. So I want you to, number one, as you're writing these down, I want you to start to question what it is that you really think. Because your life, you're either living life one or 2 ways. You're either living life by design, meaning you know exactly what you want, you're praying for what you want, and you're taking action to get what you want. Because he said faith without works. Come on now. I know it's early, but I had to give y'all this morning because there's too many of us not walking in the shelter of abundance and not knowing why, not understanding that your abundance is under your full control. Go on, tell them, Evie. Faith without works is dead. Your abundance is under 100% your full control. So if you're living life by design, then you have 100% control over your abundance. But what are you thinking? What is your mind telling you about abundance? Good morning, Nicole. Is your mind telling you it's not for you? It's for those other people. Oh, yeah. Some people were just born rich. You know, some people are lucky. You're making up these reasons. Oh, I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not cute enough. And none of that, somebody say none. None of that has anything to do with your abundance. In fact, the attributes of millionaires, the top 10 characteristics of millionaires, none of it is intelligence, but 9 out of 10 is faith. 9 out of 10 millionaires think that they're going to be rich. They believe that they're going to be rich. They believe that their ideas are going to work. They believe that they were put here to fall. And as a result of that belief, as a result of that thought process, they don't give up. I don't know if anybody needs to hit it this morning, because let me tell you something. When you start watching the news and the news says recession, and you start thinking recession, you start calling recession to you. It's not a recession everywhere, y'all. Somebody say, my. It's not a recession everywhere. When you say recession, that only impacts some people. Somebody somewhere is still abundant. Somebody somewhere is still walking in expectation. Somebody somewhere is still getting money. Why not you? Somebody say, why not me in the chat? Why not me in the chat? Why not me? We make up all of these reasons why it's not us. But at some point, you need to be yourself, why not me? If everybody else can have it, he said he has no respect to a person. So if everybody else can have it, why not me? So number one, I want you to examine your thinking. Because we're so hard on ourselves. We keep ourselves so boxed in. We're so judgmental when it comes to ourselves. We put ourselves under the microscope. We talk crazier to ourselves than anybody else could ever dream of. Why not you? So that's number one. What are you thinking? Examine your thinking about abundance. Number two, what are you saying about money? I'll say it again, y'all. My. What are you saying about money? Are you saying things like, I can't afford? Are you saying things like, one day when I get some money? Are you saying the things that are keeping you locked up in lack? The word says, speak those things that are not as though they were. Are you walking around calling yourself a millionaire? Are you walking around affirming your riches and your abundance? Are you guarding your tongue against speaking lack? What are you saying about money? Let me tell you something that I read in this book about money. And money is neither a person or a thing, it's inanimate. But the way the book was talking, the book was saying that money shows up, right? Listen to me. When you do the things that cause money to show up. They said if you treat money with the same care and concern and respect that you do somebody that you want to be your friend, then money will show up for you. I know this is deep, but just listen to what I'm saying. If you're talking negative about money, is money going to show up? If you talk negative about your friend, your friend will show up. If you talk negative about your job, they're going to fire you. You talk negative about your man, he's going to break up with you. So apply those same rules to money. And when you stop speaking negatively about money, money will start to show up in your life. The money, the abundance, the fruitfulness has already been provided unto you. Somebody say already. You already have the skills. You already have the gifts. The word said your gifts will make room for you. Your talents will make room for you. Your knowledge will make room for you. You've already been provided with the tools that you need to be abundant. At some point along the way, instead of you spending your time and energy using the tools to reap the abundance, if you say you don't have it, you don't have it, sis. It is as simple as that. If you say you don't have it, you don't have it. And you're missing the bags of money, the many opportunities. that are at your feet. You're tripping over them to get to a job. You're missing out on them because you're saying, I don't have. You won't be a liar. So what are you thinking and what are you saying? Because the word already said that the tongue holds the power of death. It also holds the power of rich and broke. What are you speaking? The combination of what you're thinking and what you're speaking ultimately turns into your belief. What are you believing? I'm going to say that again for the cheap seats. The combination of what you think every day and what you speak every day turns into your belief. There's a book called The Power of Positive Thinking by Dr. David Schwartz. And in that book, he says that your mind is creating thousands and thousands of thoughts a day. That's why during this 30 days of thanks, guys, we're doing 30 days of positivity. Because a negative thought, a negative belief, a negative word will run your abundance off. He said, but your mind is a thought factory and it produces thousands and thousands of thoughts a day. Well, you have a negative thought forming and you have a positive thought forming. Now, I'm going to ask you guys, which one do you think is the most powerful? Come on now. Come on, somebody tell me. Muriel said, this is power. This is amazing. I'm getting out the cheap. You better get out them cheap seats. Come on now. Come on now. You got a negative thought forming and you got a positive thought forming. Somebody tell me in the chat, which one do you think is the most powerful? Sharon said positive. I'll tell you. It's the one you get the most work to. Somebody say my. It is the one that you give the most work to. So if you sitting over there and all day, every day, you coming up with reasons why you don't have abundance. You're coming up with reasons why you don't have riches. You're coming up with reasons why it's not working for you, why your business not doing good, why you not getting no raises at your job, why you can't afford a coach, why you can't afford to get your technology. Whoever you get the most work to. That's why you got to read books. That's why you got to do your affirmations. That's why you got to speak abundance and think abundance. Because when you don't, and your mind starts running off on what you don't have, in the exact opposite direction of what the word says you should have, then that's why you don't have it. You're letting your thoughts overpower your abundance. I've seen the Most High take my bank account from 0 to thousands in a matter of hours. Y'all not listening to me. I've seen the Most High deliver a prayer for me for more money than people make in a year, in a weekend. Because I believe, first of all, I thought that it would happen. Second of all, I spoke it. I had somebody that needed to do some work for me. This was years ago, $12,000. And I didn't have the $12,000 at the time. And I said to myself, call me Monday. I never told them, I never thought that I wouldn't be able to go through with the contract. I never said I don't have the money right now. I believed 100% that by the time Monday came, I would have that Monday. And He also delivered me another contract for exactly $12,000. Why did he do that? He did that to show me that this was not a fluke. This was not an accident. You thought you would have the money. You believed you would have the money. And here it is. Hold on. I'm finna answer you, Sean. Friend Sean said, I need something quick. I'm finna answer you. So because my belief, I thought and I believe. Now, wait a minute now. If you think that I sat around all weekend and just prayed, you're wrong. If you think that I just sat around all weekend and went to church, you're wrong. If you think that I didn't spend that weekend working as hard as I'd ever worked in my life, you're absolutely right. I went on, I put a bolo out on the money that God was sending me. Some of y'all don't get it. I said, I know it's already here. Let me go do the work to deliver it to me. I want you to type this in the chat. I want you to type somebody. Come on now. I want you to type that one word. I want you to type somebody. Next word I want you to type is somewhere. And then finally, I want you to type has what I need. I'm going to repeat that again. I want you to type first somebody. 8 billion people on this planet. Somebody. Somewhere has what I need. Watch this now, y'all. Somebody somewhere needs what I have. Do y'all see that? Somebody somewhere has what I need. Whether it's a financial breakthrough, whether it's the technology to get my stuff off the ground, whether it's the strategy. Somebody somewhere has enough money to pay me. And somebody somewhere in this world needs what I have. Deuteronomy 8 and 18, my favorite Bible verse, says you have the power. I want to show you 2 words. You have the power to create. You have the power to create wealth. You have the power to create wealth. Let's break down that sentence. Did he say Bob or Bill? He said you. The person is reading this. Hey, Karen Gooden. The person that is reading this verse. You. He didn't say I'm going to give you the power, or you're fitting to get the power, or you're about to get the power. He said you have the power to create. That means, listen to me, mother of 6. Listen to me, mom of 6. Listen to me, everybody here. Whatever money you don't have, whatever money you don't have, somebody somewhere has it. And when you create what they need, they will willingly give it to you. Muriel, why 4,000? Why not 8? Are y'all listening to me? Tonight, let me share some with y'all. Tonight, I'm having a Black Friday planning session. I'm giving away 100 tickets to the first 100 ticket people. I'm giving away free tickets. bit.ly/Black Friday Plan 22. The purpose of the session is to help you create. He didn't say you had the power to get money, or you have the power to go to a job, or you have the power to. He said you have the power to create wealth. What have you created? The Bible gives you every formula you need for abundance. What have you created? So let's just talk about what is valuable. Man, I rebuke the enemy trying to choke me because he don't want y'all to get this. You understand what I'm saying? He wants you to stay in lack. He wants you to stay believing that the money doesn't exist. He wants you to keep going to a job. He wants you to keep settling for less. He doesn't want you to understand that Jesus came not so that we could have life, but so that we could have life more abundantly. There's thousands of ways to make money. Oh, now there are thousands of ways to build wealth. Somebody, somewhere has the money you need. Somebody needs what you have. It's so deep. I don't know if everybody gets it, but I got to run over it one more time. Because your ability to generate millions has already been given to you. Your ability to live any lifestyle you want. You know, when they put him on the cross, that's everything. So your ability to request anything from the Most High and get it, and get it, and get it, has already been delivered unto you. Are you using it? See, I told y'all when y'all first started, I said, grab a pen, grab a piece of paper. I want you to write this formula down. If you're just joining, these are the 5 steps to immediately shift your abundance. I remember I was at a speaking engagement in Austin, and I can't wait to go on tour. Put your city and state. I'm coming soon. Put your city and state. When the ball drops in January, I'm hitting the road. But I was at a speaking engagement in Austin, and a lady said, you know what? I just want to share my testimony. She said, I woke up 3 days ago and I didn't have the money for my rent. She said, and I went to take a nap, and I had a dream about my grandmother. And in that dream, my grandmother was in the kitchen cooking tea cakes. And my grandmother said, child, do you have some flour? Do you have some butter? Do you have some sugar? And she said, yes, Grandma, I have all that. Her grandmother said, then you have your rent. Are you listening to me? The grandmother said, do you have some flour? Do you have some butter? Do you have some sugar? And if you do, baby, you got your rent. So she said she woke up and went into the kitchen and used all her flour and all her butter and all her sugar and made tea cakes and went and stood by the side of the road and sold $300 worth of tea cakes, but that wasn't enough for her rent. She went and got some more flour. Amen, somebody. She went and got some more butter. She went and got some more sugar. And she did it again. And she did it until she paid her rent. You have the power. Somebody type in the chat, I have the power. Now, you may also be too proud. You may also be too busy feeling sorry for yourself. You may also be in the upper echelon where you don't want to have to do nothing to get your money. But the word says you have the power. Somebody type it in the chat right now. There is a very, very thin line. A very thin line between what you want and what you need to, what you can have. That thin line is called, what are you willing to do? I sent my kids to private school off flour, butter, and sugar. I catered, I baked cakes, I baked pies, I sold brownies, I made gift baskets long before the internet. That's why I be looking at y'all with the side eye, because you can make a plate of spaghetti and meatballs and post a picture on the internet and sell it. I had to go door to door. I look at y'all with the side eye. You can get a cleaning job online. There's so many things you can do online. You can tutor and not leave your house. So when y'all get to saying you don't have, it's not that I don't have compassion, because I can understand how you don't see it. But I don't have empathy because it was so much harder for me. It was so much harder for me. And you live in an environment where you can market your products or services for free, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you have the audacity. You have the nerve. Listen, y'all, I'm a coach. I'm not going to give it to you pretty. If you're looking for somebody to give it to you pretty, you got to go somewhere else. But I promise you're not going to get no breakthrough with pretty, okay? You don't get a breakthrough with sugarcoat. Good morning, Shamika. You don't get a breakthrough with somebody walking on eggshells. Sometimes you just got to get the message. Sometimes you just got to understand what's being told to you. And what I'm telling you right now is that your abundance is already in play. But will you play the game to get it? So if you're just joining 5 steps to shift, and when I tell you these things will shift your abundance immediately, if you do all 5 of these things, get up, write them down, but hold yourself accountable. Matter of fact, your bank account will hold you accountable. Matter of fact, your lifestyle will hold you accountable. When you don't do these things, you don't retire early. When you don't do these things, you can't quit a job. When you don't do these things, your money will look funny. This ain't it. And this is not I'm going to do these things when I need some money. This is a way of life. Somebody type in way of life. Abundance is a way of life. We all forget our ways sometimes. I know I did. And I started saying, why is my money tripping? But it's okay, because all I had to do was step back and look at them 5 things. Am I thinking? What am I thinking about money? What am I speaking about money? What am I believing about money? What am I doing? What am I creating? Last, please. Number 5, what's for sale, business people? You're not a businessman, you're a business man. That means every day when you wake up, you should open your doors like Walmart with your shelves full. Good morning, Cheryl. Every morning when you wake up, you should open the doors like Target with your shelf. I've never met so many entrepreneurs with nothing for sale every single day. Y'all act like sale is a cuss word. Y'all act like marketing is an optional. And just FYI, hope strategy. I'm putting 50 strategy. I'm gonna do 50 strategy sessions for $500 for my birthday. I normally charge $1,500. They're not gonna be deep dives, but they are going to be. You're gonna get your strategy. If you want one, make sure you DM me and I'll save you one. Hope is not a strategy. If it's not going like you need it to go, you need to get some help. If your ideas are not working, get some help. If you keep coming up short on the green, guys, get some help. What is wrong with folks? You act like you're just going to learn how to run a profitable business through osmosis. It does not work like that. Get some help. Wouldn't you rather get some help and be prosperous than keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results? Last I checked, that was the definition of insanity. Last I checked, that was the definition of insanity. Guys, what do you have for sale? I ask my clients that every day. And I don't mean give me a list of products and services. I mean, what are you actually out there offering to people? Are you on the phone with people? Are you going live talking to people? Are you going in people's DMs? Some of the things that you get mad when people do to you, I don't get mad. I applaud them for their guerrilla marketing because this is how I eat. This is how I feed my family. I am not embarrassed to be an entrepreneur. I am unapologetic for the products and services that the Most High gave me to offer so that I could provide home manna. All you can do is, I'm not afraid of the word no. All you can do is tell me no. I can create a product, you can tell me no. I can create a product, you can tell me no. That's all you can tell me. I'm not afraid of the word no because every no gets me closer to a yes. How many of y'all need one of them $500 strategy sessions? I'm telling you, they're going to run out quick. By the time I hit this mail list, and by the time I go live and celebrate my birthday a couple of times, I'm only doing 50. I only got time to do 50. And I started not to, but I said no, because I want to bless 50 people for my birthday. And everybody else is paid $1,500 for strategy sessions all year long. So if you know you need one, you might want to say me and get from behind that 8 ball. And that's the true story. Or send me a message right away. But stop trying to figure it out. Because if you would have got some help, you might would have figured it out years ago. And for every day, week, month, quarter that you don't have it figured out, you're leaving money on the table. A lot of it. I'm a firm believer that we were all destined to be millionaires. And let me not quantify that. I'm a firm believer that we were all destined to live whatever lifestyle we want. I'm a firm believer. So if you don't have the lifestyle that you want, the first person you got to question is yourself. Am I thinking abundance? Am I speaking abundance? Am I believing in abundance? Am I creating things that people want? And am I offering them every single day? Guys, that's 5 things. That's 5 things. If your abundance is off kilter, I can pretty much assure you it's in one of those 5 things. Because the first place you make $1 million is in your mind. It's what you think. The second place you make $1 million is in your heart. It's what you believe. And the last place you make $1 million is in your hands, is what you do. And if all 3 of those are not operating at optimum capacity, that's why your money situation is what it is. I tell you any better than that. And then you get caught up in this loop where you need help, but you say you don't have the money, so you need help, and you say you don't have the money, and you need help. And the cycle is not going to change until you do. Until you say, I live in a world. Somebody type that in. I live in a world. I'm going to break it down to you. I live in a world of unlimited opportunities, unlimited prosperity, unlimited abundance, unlimited wealth. There is absolutely, positively no limits to what I can have, no limits to what I can earn. There's no limits. If you have limits, it's because you placed them there. If you have limits, it's because you've handcuffed yourself. And until you remove your own bondage, until you remove your own handcuffs, until you take that bridle off your mouth. Some of you guys have a muzzle on your mouth. You live in a world of unlimited opportunities, unlimited prosperity, unlimited wealth, unlimited abundance. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? So, guys, don't forget tonight at 7, I want to help you break through some of that. I'm having a free Black Friday planning session. What are you going to create? What are you going to ly/Black Friday plan 22? Get the help you need. Level up your abundance immediately, guys. Somebody somewhere, man, they out here selling chia pets. They out here selling pet rocks. They out here selling turnip greens at Nordstrom. And you trying to tell me you ain't got nobody stuff. I need you to think about it. They out here selling jeans with mud on them. They out here selling bleached jeans with holes in them. They out here selling $100 chicken wings What's them solid gold? The chicken wings with the gold shavings on them? Girl, they out here selling creek water. They over there in China selling air. Y'all don't get it, do you? These folks is out here selling any and everything, y'all. And you had a nerve. You had an audacity to come up broke. Quit playing, y'all. Quit playing. These folks out here doing a lot. They selling Anna, y'all, in little jars for about $40. Time for you to do something different. So I will see you guys a little later today. If you haven't already gotten your 30 days of Thanksgiving planner, make sure you do, because that's where all things start. This whole 30 days of positivity. Go to bit.ly/30day, 30day thanks 2022. Girl, no, they was on YouTube. The girl was going to the creek. Let me tell y'all this and I'm going to get out of here. She was going to the creek with dirty, unsterile 2-liter bottles and filling them up with creek water and then selling the 2-liter bottles for like $300. The man knew where they came from. He tried to just she took her bottles back. Are y'all listening to me? He tried to just give her $200. She took her bottles back. She demanded. That's another problem y'all have. Y'all have a problem demanding your worth. She demanded her $300. Would not take no for an answer. Some of y'all would have been like, well, it's just creek water in a dirty 2-liter bottle. I'm going to go and get a man the 2 bottles. It's a win. He give me 2 bottles. I'm giving him 200. Whatever. It ain't that deep. That girl took her bottles back from him. Charging your worth is really a thing when it comes to building your abundance. It truly is. So you have to get out here and you have to demand your worth. We'll talk about that a little bit later. All right, guys, for those of you who are just joining us, you rewatch this. It was really good. Look, see you tonight at the Black Friday planning session, bit.ly/Black Friday plan 22. Love you guys. See you later. And be on the lookout for your abundance.